This week, the Global Commons Alliance pulled together its very best experts from around the world in Switzerland to address our environmental crisis.
WBCSD has about 200 member companies who are real leaders in their sectors. We have got companies like Apple and Google, we have companies like Cargill and Olam, companies like Unilever and Kellogg and Nestle. We have input providers like Yara and Syngenta. And then we've got companies in the built environment, all of these different sectors. Many of them are ready to take action specifically against targets on nature. This work together that we're doing helps to ensure that there and we are all moving in the right direction to deliver the kinds of results that we're going to have to halt the loss of nature and then to see us regenerate nature as well.
We're all collaborating really for the same objective. And that's quite unique to have the amount of organizations that are here, leaving behind their organizational roles or titles or influence and really constructing something together as one team.
This Global Commons Alliance is not just kind of developing a really comprehensive, integrated understanding of the planet and where it's going, but kind of what our place is in it and what our role is in kind of shaping the future of the planet.
We've been allowing ourselves to move so fast towards the escarpment that, now we are right at that point. It's like when you visit the Victoria Falls and you have your little 10-year-old with you, and she just wants to come closer and closer to the fall, to have a look at it. And, you kind of allow the kid to come closer and closer, but there is a point where you hold the hand and you say, come back. You're not allowed to come closer. And that's where we are right now, where there's a lot of uncertainty, but you're in the foaming part, in the slippery, foaming part of the whole endeavor for us on Earth. And you can slip. And when you slip, it's irreversible. You cannot come back up.
It's Thursday, we've been here 4 days and we're knackered. We are tired. We've made fantastic progress, but after 4 days of thinking that hard, you kind of need a beer at the end. And there's a real feeling that we're finally moving in the right direction.
We've been working for 6.5 days kind of collectively now. And it's also rare to have everyone together in a space that's as beautiful as this. We've been in this interesting Jesuit Monastery / Zen meditation center, both doing highly technical, detail-oriented work, but then having moments to reflect on the big picture and sort of gaze out on the Swiss countryside.
We came up with a working draft of a model specifically to help companies avoid any additional negative impacts on biodiversity.
So here we are on day 7 of the workshop. People are related. Imagine all the different whirlpools of people who've worked together in different streams, and finally it's come out and we feel we've created the first target setting framework for nature.
So I'm David Obura and I'm a coral reef scientist from Kenya, and I'm on the Earth-Commission of the Global Commons Alliance. Now, what we've come together this week to do is to really deal with the huge impacts to nature that our activities have, and we're focused on companies and cities. We know globally that nature's in trouble and global goals will be set, and this framework has been developed based on science to break down those goals for each company or for an individual city. The first thing we all have to do is to avoid impacts as much as possible, and particularly in valuable ecosystems or places that provide people with benefits. And then, having done that, then to reduce as far as possible from the residual actions or from the activities in a company or city to as low a point as possible. But there's still a deficit there. Restore and regenerate is about identifying what companies and cities have to do to rebuild nature, to account for that net negative that they still have. And that'll get us to neutral, we hope. But the main point is with this model is this transformation is really about going above and beyond. We've done a lot of damage to nature around the planet, and there will be some more. We have to identify how to come out positive. And this is about further actions that companies and cities can identify and contribute to improve the status of nature. So we'll be in a better place after several decades than where we are today.